Coming up next, it's Locked Up Sports on 365sportscast.com.
Everybody, this is Don LaGreca from the Michael K. Show. When it comes to talking sports, Bob Walters and Brett Grasso are the authority.
He took a home run away from Roland, trying to get back to first. Edmonds. He's doubled off, and the inning is over. Andy Chavez saved the day. Anthony for Trae. Bang! That one goes down, and the game is tied. Bing bong. Anthony for Trae. Puts it in. Knicks by one with 8.2 remaining. Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
They kick the Giants to the Super Bowl. Snap is good. Kick on its way. Endo Brand, does it have the distance? It is good. Lawrence Tynes has kicked the Giants to the Super Bowl.
The Giants have won the Super Bowl. Can't wait.
When it comes to talking sports, they're the authority. It's Bob Walters and Brett Grasso. It's Locked Up Sports, and it starts now.
Bring them out, hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, hey. Bring them out.
Here we go! Bob Walters, Brett Grasso, Locked Up Sports, from the Brian Gunzel Studios in Sayville, New York. It's Friday night. Brett.
All right.
And for the first time, we will bring you into the weekend here at Locked Up Sports, and you can hear it now. Deep sigh of relief. The Yankee fans, you could deep breathe. They've won the game. They've won a game again, Brett. The Yankees have won a game.
There is nothing to worry about.
I agree. There's nothing to worry about. The Yankees.
I think they're just worried about like the lineup. Not the lineup they have, but they don't have.
I'm not saying there's nothing to worry about. But let's not get in the panic mode. Let's not get in the panic mode with the Yankees. They're a boring team to watch. They are god awful. They don't score runs. They don't hit. Judge, until tonight, Judge hit 2 home runs. I mean, all is right with the world as far as Yankee fans now. They won a game because your three game win streak for the Yankees, 3-game lose streak for the Mets, and it would switch the whole thing off. It's still very early.
No, the Yankees are right. They're what are they now? 9-6 or?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that.
That doesn't mean that I don't think there's problems with the Yankees. I think the Yankees have some deep-rooted problems with this team. I think they're fine, though. Calm down, Yankee fans. Calm down. And this is coming from the word. I hate the Yankees more than anybody.
Yeah, well, this is like, the thing is, this is like their version of a bad team. This isn't a bad team. They're all worried because they're used to, all the superstar names. And listen, they still have them. Like, the problem is, they have the same names from last year. Like, it hasn't changed that much from last year. Or the things that we've added that are, say, Donaldson, and we lost other guys aren't really big pickups. But the guys from last year that weren't really producing or out there at the same time, if they all compete, if you're talking about if Stanton and Judge, you look at Judge tonight, all you need is one of those guys to step up on any given night, and you're going to win. Well, those home runs are, they might be fly ball outs in other fields, but, Yankee Stadium, they're home runs.
Yeah. Here's the difference. You could tell there's a different feel in the city because the Yankee fans are panicking. This is how they start every year. They don't come out flying. The Mets always have a good start, and the Yankee fans are always like, forget it, it's early. Who cares? We'll see you in October. They're not like that this year.
Yeah.
This year they're panicking, and you know why? Because Donaldson's not hitting. The shortstop, whatever his name is, he can't hit. And I'll say he's a light hitting Ray Ordonez. I got grief for that last week, but he's a light hitting Ray Ordonez. He's got decent field. Judge, it looks like the contract might be an issue. Now tonight he had 2 home runs, but Judge isn't playing well. What if Judge has a bad year?
But you can't judge anything. It's like judging a hot player at the beginning of the season and be like, this guy's gonna have this great season, and it's totally untrue. Like that it just seems like it because you've been waiting for baseball for so long, and so every at bat matters right now, and you're analyzing each one, whereas it's going to play out throughout the season. Now, it doesn't mean that's not going to change, but someone like Judge, he's not having a bad start. Like he's actually playing some decent ball.
No, Judge is having a bad start. Judge is having a bad start. The Yankees strike out 1,000,000 times. You got they're just, you know what, the way they're losing and the teams they're losing to, this 8 or 10 game stretch, and they're only in the middle of it. They got the Guardians, I almost said the Indians. They got the Guardians here They should beat up on these teams. They should have beat up on the Tigers. They should have beat up on the Orioles, but they didn't. They're not scoring any runs. They're losing 3-0. Day games, they're going quietly into the night. Starting pitching has been great.
Yeah, I can see that as the big problem is that they have big strikeout guys.
But their ace, the starting pitching was one of the best in baseball over the first, I guess, week and a half. But their ace wasn't an ace. Is he even an ace anymore? That's a question mark. They got question marks.
Well, what is an ace these days? Our ace doesn't pitch.
An ace is Scherzer. Have you seen Scherzer?
I'll give you that. Yeah, there's only one of him, and none of them have been made in about a decade.
Exactly, and he's a Hall of Famer. But
the truth is, like, no, but what is that starter? Like, I understand you want Garrett Cole to go out, and you expect him to go, give up 1 run or 2 runs on any given day, every 5 days, and always pitch. Now, the one thing with him is you're going to get him, he's going to go out and pitch every 5 days, and if your team's good enough, listen, that's what you need.
Not true. He pitched one. He went out of a game that they should have won, that they had to win. That's what you know what an ace is? I'll explain. I'll tell you what an ace is. An ace is a stopper. He stops the losing streak.
Yeah.
He wins games you need to win. He goes out there and he gives you 7 innings. The Yankees needed to win a game. Now, they ended up winning the game in Detroit. He pitched an inning and a third. That's not an ace. That same night.
He got up and came out for the second. You got to give him a little credit.
That same night, Scherzer went 5 no-hit innings into the 7th in the second game of a doubleheader that the Mets swept. And then they came out and the Mets are different this year. The Mets, over on the other, that's another panic problem with the Yankee fans. They're worried about the Mets.
Well, because that's the thing was, in the past, the Mets stunk. So no matter what, you'd be in panic mode for the Yankees. The problem is you're competing. Are you competing against the Mets?
They're not, but they are. Well, then you're not, but you are. Let's be real, because the Yankee fans are hearing it from us, right? They're hearing it from me.
That's it. It's much easier if the other team across town is still doing worse, even if you're having a bad season. Now you got to watch it where, the Mets are, of course, getting all the talk and all the guys, and and all of us are, we're going to be annoying. We're going to be really annoying about it.
Cautious optimism from the Mets fans. Listen, we are not. I am by no means gloating about they're playing well.
That's not true. I have a whole bunch of Mets fans that I know that are exactly like that. Most of them are like this. That. Most of the old school Mets fans that I know that I work with, and that the people that are like, no, I don't even want to see it. I don't believe it.
I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. The other shoe to drop.
Yeah, but then all of a sudden I have these other ones that are like, look at us, we're the greatest team ever, and I was like, I don't want to hear that. I expect that from you.
Yeah, but I'm too.
Yeah, but you're just joking when you say it, but then it changes the whole course of my season and my life, and
But you know what? That's the part. The Yankee fans are worried. You know why? Because over on Tom Seaver Way across town, the Mets are the first team to 10 wins. Lindor is playing great. His second year in New York, and that usually.
Yeah, well,
that's usually how it works. They'll play rough the first year. Now he's back. He's playing up to his baseball card. Scherzer is every bit of an ace that we thought we were getting.
You know what? All the other pickups. You know what? No. Lindor's the last year guy. We expect that out of Lindor. We need that out of Lindor.
Alonso,
you're right, but that's all stuff that we're banking on. Now these other guys they brought in, Canna has been unbelievable with the bat. Even Starling Marte, I'll give you. I think he's going to come around more, even though he had like one of the worst, most egregious things you can ever do in a baseball game that cost us a game that I really think we would have won that game if he doesn't try and steal second.
Yeah,
or would have been in it at least.
But Brett, the Mets are playing smarter. They're playing better. You know what? That's Showalter.
Yeah,
Showalter. The manager doesn't do a ton in baseball. He's what, 5 wins? How much is it?
No, but did you see that they lost the game the other night because Showalter wasn't there, and it was amazing that it had such an effect.
And then in the Bronx, you got the Yankees.
Oh no,
arguing after call strike 3. You got Boone coming out arguing with them, looking ridiculous. It wasn't a strike, first of all. It wasn't a strike, but he looks ridiculous out there arguing.
Yeah, but you got to go argue. No, you got to defend your players. You got to go do whatever.
No,
of course you do.
The game's over.
No,
and then
you don't.
He gets thrown out after the game. No,
who cares? That's exactly what you do.
No,
that's exactly.
And then he went out there and he said, "I didn't think."
No way! I'm going to get thrown out of the show today. Don't even worry.
Yeah.
First of all, that's not the dumbest thing he's done all week.
No, it's not. We'll walk Cabrera.
Walked Miguel Cabrera.
29.
I don't know if he may have got his 3,000s tonight. We actually don't know.
I don't think he did.
He's 1 hit shy of his 3,000th hit, and he comes up to bat versus the Yankees. Now, granted, it was a situation where what were they? I think the Yankees were
Yes,
up
it
by
was a
wrong.
situation.
It was an
wasn't
important situation.
it
There was a
wasn't-
base open.
But it wasn't a guaranteed walk situation. It wasn't like...
And it's not like Cabrera's some ridiculous hitter anymore.
He's not Cabrera.
No.
He's not Cabrera of 7 years ago.
No.
He's not.
And so anyway, Aaron Boone elects to intentionally walk Cabrera. And, of course, this is in Detroit, and obviously didn't like that. Booed like crazy. And even worse than that, it didn't work out for him.
Yeah, the next guy got a base hit, 2 runs
Yeah, it was
scored.
a little bloop double or whatever it was, but 2 runs scored. But come on, you got to give him a shot, right? Like, you don't...
Listen, the Yankees have not done much right. Jackie Robinson Day. They sat Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is the face of the Yankees. Let's be real. He's the face of the Yankees.
How do you sit, like...
It's Jackie Robinson Day.
Why do you sit
he
guys
had
anyway
special
that
cleats made up. 10 games into the season. What is he, 27, 28 years old? Is he 30,
if you
maybe?
sit, you're the DH.
He wanted to play. He went in and lobbied to play, and they sat him.
Like, do you think they're going to have Alonso sit this year and not DH a game?
I do. Listen, I do.
No, dude. No, I know that they will, but they're going to have to.
They
they will have to drag him out of the lineup to have that happen.
The Mets do the same thing. It's all the analytics.
No, like how many off days does Aaron Judge get a year that he doesn't DH? Because DH is an off day.
The Yankees have them.
DH is an off day.
The Yankees have a different lineup every night. The Yankees have a different lineup every night. They just alternate. You know what it is? They have too many. They're banking on somebody getting
Imagine
hurt. They have
being
too many
like,
guys.
oh man, I've been working for a week. I need an off day.
It's
How
10
old is he?
games into the season. I think he's 29, but still. Okay, so 29.
He's getting old.
I work every day.
It's tiring.
I don't get an off day. Although I was just off 2 months.
Talking about?
I was just off 2 months, and I'm off today. I'm off for the next week too. So, but that's besides the point. I got to work in jail. It's different. Although jail, the Bronx is a rough spot. So the Mets have everything clicking. Everything looks good for the Mets. Everything is well in Metsville. Yankees, not so much. They're panicking.
Everything's well in Metsville. Everything's going well.
Our bullpen is a little shaky.
The bullpen's
always going to be shaky.
Super shaky. Certain guys just can't throw strikes, but that's, honestly, our big thing is, when you don't hear anything about Jacob deGrom, it's not good news.
No, or when you're the first team to 10 wins without Jacob deGrom, all your offseason moves are clicking. Your manager looks like the brilliant chemist of baseball that we thought he was.
All we need to do is keep everybody healthy and win 90 more.
The Braves are struggling. Everyone else in the division is under 500. First team to 10 wins, the Mets. The Yankees are struggling over there, running around, running into walls and stuff. The Yankees are not. Hey, I'm loving it. But I
personally, I couldn't tell.
But also, I am loving it. But I'm also smart enough to know that to tell you, don't panic. A friend of mine today, Ryan Vasey, friend of the show, said something on Facebook, embarrassment and this and that. Calm down. Now, he's Mr. Dramatic. We know that. Calm down, Vasey. Calm down.
Well, it stems from the moves. Like, if you don't like the moves that were made, there was other options out there that I think would have made the Yankees a much stronger team. And we talked about it, a few episodes ago, how do you not bring Correa in? And was it something to do with he can't be a Yankee?
No, it has to do with the guy. Did they have a star? A star as far as they're concerned down in the farm.
No, but Correa signed what was a 1-year optional contract. He has a 1-year player option. And he signed a 3-year deal total.
I heard something interesting today, and I'm not going to take credit for it because I'm sure a bunch of people heard it. It was on the fan, Carton. I think Carton said he thinks they're setting up to sell.
They sell the Yankees? Oh, yeah, I can see that.
They're maximizing now. They're taking the big checks.
Yeah.
From all these networks. They're playing these games on Apple and on Peacock, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And they're not spending the money. But what was it today?
Amazon Prime tonight.
Amazon Prime tonight.
I love watching baseball games on my computer. It's only because I was watching.
Well, get a smart TV.
There was some other games going on that were much more important to me than the Yankees. That were just kind of in the background.
Hey, listen.
But I watched it again. I watched the whole Yankees game tonight.
That 2 out of the last 3 shows
you like that?
You've opened with. I've watched the whole Yankees game.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
It's boring, like it has with the first moment. As a 5-year-old, I remember if you turned on as a 5-year-old, if you turned on a Mets game, my brain just absorbed it and wanted to see it. And at the Yankees, I've never been more bored by anything when it's on.
You know what they are?
But it never changed in my life, and that's
the Yankees are pouring through the scrambles.
Yeah, but
Like it's okay, it's boring.
But this has been in my brain since before I even knew to be like that. Like we weren't like it wasn't like drilled into me to be a Mets fan. I just remember watching and being like, I don't like that.
Yeah,
and I like this.
Listen,
nobody that's the way it is to watch a Yankee game. No matter what happens, it's good. Like Aaron Judge hits the home run that and I'm like,
you got the guy who got you're so like boring. The guy who's ugly and has a tough life.
Yeah,
like at least if you're ugly, hopefully you have money, right?
Yeah.
You became a Jets fan, Mets fan, Islanders fan.
Terrible.
Born right as they're winning the cups. You don't even remember that.
Yeah, well,
Mike Bossy. Rest in peace, Mike Bossy. We'll just mention that real quick. We'll get to that later. But rough couple months for hockey players. But we'll get into that. Big show today.
That's
on
why
top of that,
hockey.
We got NBA playoffs. The Nets in trouble. Nets in trouble.
Wow. Big, like, is that big?
Is this what you wanted the mandate lifted for? For that?
Is this what you brought all these guys in, pretending like this is going to be one of the greatest duos or trios, what it was supposed to be of all time?
I still think it's going 7.
You think it's going 7?
I do.
Well, you think
I do. Because Durant's like Durant. How bad can Durant be?
Well, you
how
think
many games in a row?
What do you think? He just learns how to shoot overnight? Guy doesn't know how to shoot. I saw him. I watched the game. He doesn't know how to shoot.
He's a great one of the top 3 scorers of all time in the NBA.
I don't remember the other million games he played prior. I go by yesterday's game.
But also
all I watched. I've never watched only yesterday.
So you think he was bad, or you think the Celtics are just playing him good defense?
Probably the worst player on the planet,
Kevin Durant.
Followed by number 2, Kyrie Irving, according to the last game.
Yeah, okay, listen, Kyrie Irving.
Did you see that first game, though?
He had a great game 1.
No,
great fourth quarter.
Unbelievable. That was back and forth, that fourth quarter, like the entire time. I thought the Nets were just going to light it up, and they just decided not to play defense.
Listen, a series doesn't start, and I'll say it in the NHL when it starts, a series does not start until a team loses a home game.
It's true.
They held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. They almost lost game 1.
Yeah.
They probably. I mean, listen. The Celtics came right down, no timeout. They made the pass, the layup. They knew exactly what they were doing. They're one of the better coach teams in the NBA.
Nobody knew what they were doing in that play. It just happened.
No, I think they knew exactly what they were doing.
I don't think so at all. That was a total fall apart. What are we doing? And it was Kevin Durant who had Jason Tatum at the top of the key, and it was his guy to guard. And Kevin Durant stood there looking at half court, just stood there, and Jason Tatum rolled right to the basket behind Kyrie at that point. But let me tell you, that was some last second really cool stuff to say.
They did it perfect. No timeout. He laid it up exactly with no time left. And listen, the Mets now 3-1. Mets 3-1 in the 6th. They got who was pitching? Came in the relief here. Ali Perez, our old friend.
That's
Ali
the second
Perez.
time the Mets have faced Ali Perez,
which is so weird. I can't believe he's still pitching.
No, he was out, and they kind of dragged him back. He was done. And he said, "You know what? Well, he actually was asked to come back. It wasn't him."
How about the fact that Oliver Perez is a pitcher in the major leagues,
man,
and Michael Conforto does not have a job. He's where he's going. Michael Conforto going to the Ducks.
Is that where Michael Conforto?
Yeah.
Who said that?
No, Wally Backman offered him a job. Not Wally Backman. Is it Wally Backman? Is he the manager? Yeah. Wally Backman offered him a job, to stay in shape, basically. Because he's out now. He's not.
He offered him a job, or are you telling me Conforto's going to the Ducks?
Yeah, I'm saying he's going. I'm saying last I heard, it wasn't confirmed, but he was confirmed that he was offered a job. He's not on the team yet, but it looks like he might go play a couple games out in Duck Stadium out there.
No, that's.
Ducks always get the good players, bro.
I'm just kind of shocked.
But imagine that. Imagine he turned down 100.
No, but if he comes and plays for the Ducks, isn't that kind of telling to you that he wants to stick around here? He has so many better options than the Ducks.
No, it tells you that he lives here.
You don't know that. I think he's training probably down in Florida.
Listen, the Mets are good now, bro. We don't need plays from the Ducks. We offered him how much? How many hundreds of million?
Listen,
something million. He said no.
What kind of positive role model is Wally Backman taking you to the strip club going to do to Michael Conforto?
He can do whatever he wants, right?
Well, Wally Backman
Conforto has the money for strip clubs.
Wally Backman was like minutes away from showing up with me. He was Wally Backman was what? He had he was locked up recently.
Yeah, locked up sports.
Yeah,
Wally Backman locked up. Mike Tyson going to get locked up, but we'll get to that later.
Conforto's next.
We've had so far in this show, in the couple weeks of the show, we've had an Ali fight.
Yeah,
we've had a Tyson fight.
Oh yeah, did you see that?
I did see it. I saw it 5 minutes ago. I heard Tyson was in a fight, and I saw it 5 minutes ago with you. You showed it to me.
Yeah, I know. I was here.
He's beating the hell out of the guy. He's standing. The guy's like my size, like It
was on a JetBlue flight from wherever, and this guy is he's sitting behind Tyson on the flight,
taunting him.
He's just taunting me, and I think it's either his buddy is in like the next row, videotaping, and the guy's like rapping or something.
He's rapping. He's saying he's doing the thing from the bit from the Chappelle show.
Oh, is that
with the Rick James?
Oh, okay, all right.
And he's saying, they should have never gave you money and this and that, and he's a white guy. He literally it could have been me.
Yeah.
But I would have.
But listen, you can't tell me that doesn't happen to Tyson.
So then
on some way, like all the time.
I would some way or the other. I would imagine so. And there was something involving mushrooms too. I didn't get that.
Yeah, well, the guy was like something about don't give the guy mushrooms.
Was the guy on mushrooms and he wanted to give Tyson mushrooms?
I have a pretty good feeling someone was on mushrooms.
So then it just cuts to Tyson standing over someone, just beating the hell out of him.
Right.
And then the guy's all bloodied up. And his friend puts the camera on him and goes, "My boy, JetBlue flight just got beat up by Mike Tyson."
That's so good.
It was funny. So tight, but he's going to get in trouble for that. He had to have gotten arrested, right? That's an assault on an airplane?
Well, the guy got a lawyer. I mean, the problem is it's on video. So this isn't just the guy saying it, and then he can recant it and say, if I don't tell you about what happened, or there's no witnesses.
His face was all beat up. That's like when the inmates, when you're like, what happened? He's like, well, I slipped and fell, and he's got a black eye,
But with no videotape, this guy could have just said, give me some money, which he is in the process of, and could have then said, I'm not going to testify, and they wouldn't have had a case, and he goes away. With the videotape, it's going to be impoable for
Not with the video, because they got him
with
on
the video. I'm
saying
with the videotape, it's impossible. Now they have to do something.
Yeah, but the first of all, there's an air marshal probably on the flight. There's the stewardesses.
Yeah, imagine being the air marshal.
I'm sorry, the stewardesses listening.
Imagine being the air marshal. The flight no, hold on. You're the air marshal. Yep. You're like, hold on one second. I just have to go arrest Mike Tyson really fast after we just beat a guy up. Now you're at 10,000 feet.
They see some weird stuff on these airplanes, Brett. You got people beating the hell out of each other over masks of the last couple of years.
Yeah,
like the airplane's a weird spot.
I'm saying if you're the U.S. Air Marshal, you don't get out of your chair. You just wait. You call for backup. You wait until you land. I'm not going near Mike Tyson at that altitude and seeing what happens.
I know. I think that Mike Tyson's an old man now. I beat the hell out of this guy. But, would you have punched him back? Because the kid was just sitting there, and he just got the hell beat out of him.
Would I punch two back? Mike Tyson? No. I would have said cha-ching and sat down and turned to my buddy on the video. We would have done a new little dance.
Yeah, I was hoping you said, because you didn't even punch me back, Brett.
Yeah, you had $3 in your passbook savings, Key Bank.
But so Mets 3-1 as they look to win another one here. Mets are winning series, Brett. They were just winning series. Keep it rolling along. You know what I don't like? What I heard the other night, I wanted to get back to real quick before I forget. Get the Yankees, and the Yankees have been living rent-free in my head for as long as possible. My goal this year is to not have the Yankees live rent-free in my head anymore. Second game of the doubleheader the other night. Scherzer, fifth inning, yet to give up a hit. And I hear the chant over the TV. Yankees suck, Yankees suck. Stop it.
Yep.
We don't need that. I'd rather hear him chant Kyrie sucks, this and that. Don't be chanting. Forget it. Leave the Yankees alone. Let them fade away.
This comes from the guy who has the Yankees suck t-shirt.
Yeah. Have it.
But it's great because it looks like it's a Yankees t-shirt. So it looks like, when Yankees fans see it.
It's like 15. I bought it like 15 years ago.
I had it for like 2 years and used to wear it to Mets games.
Still have
this one. Oh, he dropped it. And so when Yankees fans see it, they give you a high five like you're a Yankees fan.
Yeah.
And then they notice it says sucks at the bottom.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Hey, you know what? I wear at the Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, because they don't even notice. They're so dumb.
But listen to me. Listen to me here. I am the one person. I put any status I put on Facebook about the Yankees is hashtag Yankees suck.
Yeah.
Everything. I said it before. I'll say it again. And my wife said I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it again. When it comes to the Yankees, I root for plane crashes, and
and
the Yankees suck. But let's get them out of it. We are now a good team. We got a good team. We're serious now. We got a manager. We got Hall of Famers. We got statues outside of our ex-players.
But that's the whole thing. It was never about the Yankees.
No, it's about the fans.
It was about your team sucking. And that's what you don't get. And that's what the thing with the Yankees this year, that they're all worried because they're more worried that they're not as good as the other team across town. So there is always that bar you're reaching against is you don't want to be the second best team in town. But we've always been the second best team in town.
Yeah. And you know what? And they're right. And what bothers me the most is, of course, they're going to be right. The Mets could win the World Series this year. And we still can't really win many arguments. Because they throw those
no matter what happens.
No
matter what happens, they're like, oh, you got another one. You got one. Yeah, which is fine. That's all I want. I'll take it. I can't wait for that criticism.
You know what? I'm a Rangers fan too. The Islanders won 4 in a row.
The rest of my baseball happiness has come in Mariano Rivera blowing a World Series save that. So
Todd Pratt hitting a home run.
Yeah, no, right.
Bene Agbayani.
Yeah, Timo Perez doing nothing.
Yeah,
that's what I was used to.
These are our moments, people. Let us live. Let the Met fan live a little bit. Yankees fans, just keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep your mouth shut and keep it moving. It's time. Your time is over. Because you know what? The Yankees haven't done anything in October lately either. So I don't want to hear that. Yeah, they might make does that really count making the playoffs last year? And also with the Yankee fans, stop blaming Stanton because he didn't get a hit yesterday come up with the bases loaded. The Stanton blaming is over. He's been your best player for the last 3 years. Last year in that wildcard game, he had 2 off the wall. The rest of the team did nothing. He hit 4 home runs in a series 3 years ago. I heard him blaming Stanton yesterday over because he didn't get a hit. And I heard him judge stinks. You know what, Brett? It's all... They're infighting now. It's infighting. We're just sitting on the outside laughing.
Mets won 10 games. Yankees won 9 games. And Bob's like...
And this whole rant was about not letting the Yankees live rent free inside your head.
Oh man, you're in deep. You're in real deep.
Yeah, I go to meetings once a week.
Oh man, I apologize for the last 3 minutes.
So now let's go on to the NBA again. Let's go back to the Nets.
All right, quick Nets. Back to the Nets.
I think the Nets blow them out tomorrow. I think it still goes 7. I think it's going to be a crapshoot as to who wins it.
What do you think happens in Game 4? Ben Simmons is I'm just going to come back and decide to play basketball again.
I don't think Ben Simmons is a factor. I don't think he's a factor. He hasn't played basketball in over a year.
Yeah, but that means it's a factor. Him showing up and being on the court is going to be a factor one way or the other. If it's not a factor... Then
the 11-28 is pulling into Sayville.
Yeah, between that and Stella snoring. One.
I think it's good. I don't think he's not going to do anything. But he hasn't played in a year, over a year.
He's gonna be on the court and he's gonna be playing defense.
I guess. Defense. Defense is the problem. They need to get Durant better shots. Durant's got to find a way.
No. Defense is the problem. They cannot stop anybody no matter what. And so if Durant doesn't have a perfect night, they're not winning these games.
No, because Durant doesn't need a perfect. Durant can have an all. Now these were 2 games that were terrible nights for Durant. Not nights. Terrible nights. Kyrie saved them in the first game, and they that's the only reason they were even close in that game.
But do you bring Ben Simmons back now?
Yeah, you bring him back. I guess, right? He's better. Who's he? Who else you have? You have Curry. Curry needs to score a little more too.
He hasn't played in a long time. Guy hasn't played in what, a year and a half?
Yeah, a year and a half. And you know who looks good? Who came back? Steph Curry. I think Golden State looks real good.
Golden State.
Watch out for Golden State. They looked in this first couple of games, and they look real good. I think. And Steph Curry had a rough first game. They still won. Golden State's going to be my team to watch in the West.
They are. Now they actually just jumped up to the favorites to win it all.
Did they?
Yes, they did. They jumped up. It was.
So they're not underdog. I thought I was picking no. I didn't think they were favorites.
No, and it's just going to get. No, they are now the favorites. No, but the Suns are out. Devin Booker's out for the.
Yeah, I know.
So that was it.
I know.
Booker's out. And then you have the Bucks, who ended up, losing the game to Chicago. They're up 2-1 now, but they lost Chris Middleton, who's the equivalent of, Giannis's number 2.
And
so that actually shifted that because he's going to be out. We don't even know for how long, but there's a few other good series. What else you got?
Well, Game 4. Real quick, Game 4. I was going to say the Nets are a hot ticket tomorrow. That's our hot ticket.
Yeah.
The get in the building price is $255 on StubHub. That's the get in the building price. Now, They're usually not like that. But tomorrow, I think they blow them out. I think the series rests on Game 4. That's the pivotal game.
Yeah.
That's the pivotal game in the series. The Nets need to send this back 2-2 to have a chance. And if it goes back 2-2, it's going 7. Now, Knicks fans, we didn't forget about you because we wanted to remind you, Knicks fans, this is going to sound familiar to you, and this happened tonight.
Butler with one. Long two is up and short. Rebound Bogdanovich. 10 seconds to go. Atlanta has a timeout. Will they use it? No. Here's Young on the drive. Floater up and good. Atlanta takes a 1-point lead. Trae Young does it again in the playoffs.
Trae Young does it again. This time against the Heat. Potentially saves the season for the Hawks. They were 3 seconds away from going down 3-0. Series over. No team has ever come back 3-0 in the NBA. Done. It's like 48 or 148. And it's never happened. They never come back. And, hey, look, he did it again. He made a great move. He kind of burst his speed once he hit the top of the key and just knifed his way in.
Yeah.
And a floater.
He had 2 terrible games. He had game 1 and 2. He had two awful games.
Yes.
He had a good game today. I didn't kind of catch the third quarter, but I know his first half was pretty good.
The Hawks been a disappointment all year, but I don't even think they were. To me, they weren't as much a disappointment because I think they just played better than they weren't a conference final team last year.
Right.
I mean, Trae Young played out of his mind.
Well, that's what it was. It was just one of those things. It's almost like Alonzo coming up in his first year where they didn't know how to pitch to him or didn't know how to guard him or didn't. It's the same concept.
Yeah, Judge.
Right, and then they kind of catch up a little bit to him in the second season.
So
but he was shooting logo shots tonight again. The problem was in game 1 and 2, he was off, and he's still shooting logo shots, and he's missing all of them.
Yeah, Trae Young's a superstar. Trae Young is a superstar in this league, and the fact that he's the new Reggie Miller, for the Knicks fans makes it even bigger for him. Mets bullpen pitching well tonight. Smith gets out of a jam. It's still 3-1 Mets as we head to, I believe, the 7th inning. Is it 7th? Yeah, 7th inning. So the other series going on now, we got the Bucks and the Bulls. I told you I didn't think this series was going to be very good. I told you I think the Bucks are going to win it in 5. It's now 2-1. Bucks blew them out tonight. They won by 30, and it wasn't even that close. It wasn't even that close because they were up like 40, 45 points or something in that second half. So Brett still thinks Brett was downstairs before we came up to the studio tonight arguing with me that it's going to be a good series still.
Well, DeMar DeRozan, it comes down to that. If he can come out and if he's the one who has big games like he showed 2 days ago. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
2 days ago. The NBA playoffs take forever.
But man, they lost by 30 or something like that.
Yeah, 111-81. So whatever that is.
But I mean the Bulls are.
Can you do that math? What is that? That's 30.
I wasn't even listening to what you said.
111-81.
111-81.
People can't do math, Brad. Yeah, I was at McDonald's.
30 points.
I know it is, but I was at McDonald's. Just real quick side note. I was at McDonald's drive-through. $7.25 was my order. I gave the guy a 10. Okay, so he's like, and then I go, I have a quarter here. I give him the quarter. He goes, no, I already punched it in. I go, just give me back the extra $1. Just give me back $3.
Can't do it.
He goes, no, I already punched it in. I go, just give me the $3 back. I'm giving you the quarter. It's $7.25, right? Wouldn't do it because it didn't tell him on the screen.
Yeah, he's like, I've seen this con.
yeah.
I've seen this one on TikTok.
This is the 8th McDonald's I've hit today.
There he is again.
So anyway,
the quarter bandit's back. Take a quarter pounder with an extra $1.
7 to I have. Let me get. Do you have the quarter, sir? Now they're gonna start asking everybody. Do you have the change?
You should have drove back around and did it again.
yeah. That's exactly because nothing like causing fucking.
He's on again.
Strike 2. I did it again.
Oh yeah.
Yes. That's strike 2.
I hope
Brett.
the kid from McDonald's is listening.
Are we on cable?
He's probably at home still trying to compute the math.
I don't have the money for all this, but yeah. So anyway, I did that. I was just saying they can't do math. Nobody can do math now without a calculator. So back to the NBA. The Bucks 2-1. Right? You think it's gonna be a series or what?
I think the Bulls get another game and
so 6. You have it going 6. Okay.
Yeah.
6 is good. Suns are about to win this one. They're gonna go up 2-1. Suns are. Oh no, I'm sorry, they're not. They're only up 3 points now. I thought it was 10 points. again, there we
You
go. I
give
can't
this
do
one to
math.
the Suns. That's a curse of death for the Suns. They're definitely losing now.
I looked down and it was 68, 65.
I hope you guys are
88.
listening because live line against the Suns as hard as you can right now.
I haven't been doing that. I don't do that bad with my picks. I picked the Yankees to win, right? This year, didn't I? And now they're already out of it.
It's not when you make the picks. It's when you talk about the picks.
Fair point. Is that the curse?
Yeah. Nobody else knows the other ones. We couldn't tell you how many other times you cursed yourself.
Yeah.
But when you post it like mid-game and the team's up by like 4 touchdowns and there's like 3 minutes left and you're like, we're doing it again or whatever it is. And it's,
Yeah. No, I listen.
Epic collapses.
One of these days I'm going to break it. Here's Cano. Cano is terrible, Brett. Cano's got to go.
Yeah, what are you going to do with him?
I don't. But why play him? I hate that. If a guy can't listen,
This is how we're going to play. Yeah.
Don't play him. You pay him anyway.
This is how we find out how much money Steve Coan's got. Do you just let him go?
Yeah, imagine that. He's got. Listen, we know how much money he's got. He's got $13 billion or something. He's got more money than anybody else.
Yeah.
Okay, so quick now. We're gonna do the NFL draft in a minute. We'll do NHL real quick here. Rangers. I listen. Rangers keep proving me wrong again.
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
No.
They had 3 straight shutouts. Shesterkin, after last week, I said he was doing, he fell off a little bit. No, he's back. He's back. Rangers, 3 straight shutouts. I believe last week it ended. They beat the Islanders last night. They got a little bit of help with Carolina losing it. That division's going to come down neck and neck. It's going to be one of the two. I think they want to win the division, but it doesn't matter. You're going to get Pittsburgh. They could beat Pittsburgh. They've beaten Pittsburgh over the course of the year. Now, here's the problem. I don't think anybody's beaten Colorado or Calgary, whoever comes out. Calgary the other night scored 9 goals.
I saw that.
They had no goals. They had no goals with 10 minutes left in the second period. They won the game 9-3. 9 goals, and Colorado's the same way.
I would love to go back and see how many like high scoring games there were back when we were kids. That never happened.
You don't know. You don't know that.
No, I'm not saying. Listen. You watch all the time. It's 7-2.
No,
it isn't. No.
Listen, I'm going to explain it to you because I'm going to explain it to you real fast.
There's been a lot. I'm sorry. I see a lot. I don't know. I know it's the same teams that are doing it, and I watch the same. But I'm telling you, Colorado puts up 6 goals a night.
Okay, I'm going to explain it to you real fast. It's a different game. Back when we were kids, there was no. The red line counted. There
couldn't go over 2 lines. I understand that.
They didn't have the Devils were running the
they wanted more offense. I know. Yeah.
They're knowing the crease.
Yes.
It's a different kind of game. It's a more open game. So that's main reason. But I mean, teams don't score 9. Teams don't score 7 and 9 goals regularly. That's not something that happens. And you know what? There's no one team. On a nightly basis, one team is scoring over 6 goals every night. That wasn't happening in the past. That's like right now. There's the team tonight who scored 6 goals, 7 goals. Last night the Rangers got 6. 6-3 over the Islanders.
I'm just saying I understand. There's big differences, and maybe that's why there's more. People are more into hockey. I could watch it now with more goals. That's why I wasn't into it as much as a kid. There was a lot of 1-0 games as a kid. There was a lot of 0-0 games as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I like a lot of there was not a lot of 0-0 games as a kid. Listen, I'm going to look it up. I don't have the time here, but I'm going to look it up, Brett. What do you mean, a lot of 0-0 hockey games?
Garbage.
You think hockey was garbage?
I think there was no offense in it, and it wasn't as fun to watch. That's what it was. That's for sure.
Well, we're not friends anymore.
Listen, I wish it was. I wish there was some action in hockey when we were growing up. It would have been great. I'd be a big hockey fan now.
You're not the guy who wants to see the fights, are you?
No.
Go to watch the game.
No, I want to see some offense.
There's plenty of offense.
Yes, there is now.
Yeah, because
finally
they made rules.
Finally. Oh, I know. It only that's awesome. I was 25 when that started.
Do you like the shootouts?
You want me to what?
Do you like the shootouts?
I'd rather see overtime, sudden death.
The 3-on-3 is wild.
I'd rather see overtime, sudden death, continuing on. Like I used to love watching it. Like
so
third,
you want sudden
third
death
overtime.
That, but not sudden death in the NFL.
No, not at all. Not at all. Because it's a totally different. It's a totally different thing. Because the NFL has changed where you can throw one pass, kick a field goal, and see you later.
Yeah, but no, because that's not the rule. The rule is no. It's no. That's not what we argued about. We argued about. I was okay with that. If you kick a field goal, you wanted both teams get the ball no matter what.
Yeah,
you're not okay with kick the field goal, touchdown, game over.
No, I want a full quarter.
Oh, that's so boring. Though. That's not exciting at all.
Full quarter of football.
Because what happens when it's not exciting at all, Brett? They do it in soccer and it's not exciting.
Yeah, Listen, I understand. It's about being fair. I don't know if it's just in the postseason, just kind of like they're doing now, because they're doing separate. Regular season, postseason.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it's important, I can't have the Jets after 100 years of nothing come down to this some team getting the coin toss and kicking a field goal, or even like a kick return for a touchdown and never touching the ball.
Kick return for a touchdown?
Anything.
No, not a field goal. Field goal, the game's not over. I'm okay with that.
Right. Okay. That's the bare minimum of we had to get rid of that. And
so you think if the Jets gave up a 98-yard kickoff return to start open overtime, that they should get the ball back and get a chance to match it?
A 7-second overtime where no offensive player touched the ball? No. I think that sounds awful in a season where you played with all the plays that went into a season and all the stuff that went into those playoffs and everything that happened, and you're like, oh yeah, we're not going to have either quarterback touch the ball today. And I understand, no. I think that everybody should have an equal time, just like it is in baseball, where you get the top of the inning and the bottom of the inning, and everybody gets an equal chance at offense and defense.
Yeah, but what if...
You're telling me one team doesn't get to play offense and have a chance to win for their season? That's crazy. One team doesn't have a chance to be offensive to win. They have to just pretend like that doesn't even exist. I think that's nuts.
Well, then don't let them score. Play defense. All right, we're not.
Some teams are more defensive, and that's how they got there. Some teams are more offensive. It can't come down to a coin toss who wins it. Some teams are built very differently, and it goes, oh, let me just see. Was it heads or tails? Oh, okay. We're on defense, but that's your shitty part. Now I got
it. Gotcha.
But seriously, it can't.
Love it. We should just start cursing around here.
It's easier.
But yeah, it is easier. You're right. But I don't know, bro.
That's fine.
You're wrong.
No, that's fine.
Why you're a Jets fan.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Let's just hope.
Let's just hope when the
coin. No. Let's just hope when the coin toss gets flipped, it's not the Giants on offense ever. Because if it's Daniel Jones, you're losing the game.
Yeah, that was a Daniel
Bottom
Jones.
line is you didn't score any points on your half.
Gone.
And there you go.
It's out of here.
So if I was you, home run. I'd be hoping for defense.
McCann just hit a 2-run shot. That should just about do it.
That's
Seventh inning, 5-1 Mets. McNeil roped one into the gap right before it. He's back hitting.
Yeah, no, McNeil's going to be a huge one for the Mets.
What jersey do I have on right now?
Wow, you have a McNeil jersey.
That's right. I told you he's my boy. He was terrible last year.
I was so worried they were going to get rid of him. I was so worried,
I know. You could see Justin Turner coming, right?
Yeah. There's guys that you just don't get rid of. The McNeils, Nimmo. I mean, I like Dom Smith. I'm a Dom Smith guy. I really think, but the more I watch,
he's disposable.
The more I watch him, I don't know if I know he's going to be a good everyday player somewhere. I don't know if he's going to be a good everyday player here or if he's going to fit.
Yeah,
just with the players we have, and I'm trying to find a spot for Dom Smith, and I can't figure it out.
I agree. I actually agree with that. So, I mean, good work, Brett. That you just made up for the. I agree with that with Dom Smith because your overtime thing is wrong. But
no, that's fine.
But I agree. Dom Smith, I like Dom Smith, and he's a homegrown guy and everything. Yeah. But I'd be okay with them getting rid of him if they got a good deal.
That's
he could go at the trade deadline. He's going to be the first one
to have a good first half, which means you got to let him have at bats. And now all of a sudden, if he plays well, what do you do?
Well, if he plays well, you hope he plays well because then you get a better deal back.
Yeah, but then are you getting rid of the guy who's playing well on your championship team?
That's the problem with fans. You can't. You're not going to unload the guy who can't hit the whole first half of the season because you're not going to get anything for him.
Right.
You want him to get hot. It's okay. Let him go play somewhere. He's going to get more playing time somewhere else. It's okay.
I know. But I know.
He's not a Hall of Famer. He's not going to. McNeil could win a batting title. Dom Smith's not hitting 50 home runs. Dom Smith's not winning a batting title. And he's not winning Gold Gloves to field. He's a solid player that we like.
He's a gap-to-gap, doubles guy. He's hard-nosed. He's not going to have as many years on the tail end of his career just by the way he's built.
Like a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
No, he is, yeah.
my wife loves Dom Smith.
Yeah.
She loves him. Oh, she would be devastated when they trade him. But it's really not that big of a deal if they get rid of Dom Smith. Now, I think Conforto, I don't feel bad for Conforto either, by the way, because you turn down $100 million. That's generational money. That's more money than 2-3 generations down the line can spend. He said no. Same thing with Aaron Judge. No.
Yep. And now he's at the strip club with Wally Backman.
Now he's at the strip club with Wally Backman in
Islip.
In Islip.
Playing at the courthouse.
Yeah. Like Backman's telling him
It was opening day today. Opening day for the Ducks.
Oh, was it?
It was.
Did they win?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
They
won the championship last year, didn't they?
Let's
get some Ducks on. Let's get Conforto and let's get Backman. Let's get Backman on.
We could probably get Backman.
Yeah, we can get Backman.
He would love to talk to two guys at the jail he almost went to.
Yeah. Have him come in. We'll have a couple beers with him. We'll get, we'll get lit up in here, and then we'll just go on the show with Backman. He's going to say something that's going to be newsworthy about the Mets.
Well, yeah. We're going to talk strictly 86.
Yeah, well, he's going to go 86. He's going to say something big because we'll get him.
Yeah.
We'll give him a couple drinks. That's going to be a good spot. I'm going to work on that because I think we can get Backman on the show. So now NFL draft, Brett.
NFL draft.
It's a big draft for the Jets. It's a big draft for the Giants. I think it's a bigger draft for the Jets because I think the Giants should just take a quarterback. I mean, I was telling you before the show, when you're picking in the top 10, I don't care if it's a need. You don't go for need. You go for best available.
Well,
Daniel Jones isn't a quarterback for the Giants.
The problem with that statement is that at the Giants pick, the quarterback won't be the best player available.
Okay, fair point.
He will not be.
He might be on their board,
honestly, according to the best ranking, Malik Willis, who's the quarterback we're talking about, that's who it would be.
I want the guy from Pitt.
But I'm telling you, that's not even who that guy's going to be down. It's the Panthers are either going to pick Willis or they're going to pick Pickett. It's going to be Willis. But
sucks to be Sam Darnold, huh?
Yeah, I know they picked up his 5th-year option too, which is even funnier. So he's getting paid.
Well, they said the other day the GM from Carolina was on the radio, and they said, "Who's your quarterback?" Is Sam Darnold? He said, "Sam Darnold is my quarterback right now."
Wow.
30 seconds later, he said, "I shouldn't have said that."
That's funny.
So I mean,
well, Sam Darnold last year said, "Oh, the Jets are going to regret. They're going to regret blah blah blah, letting me go and all the other stuff."
That's what Saquon Barkley's saying now. I'm going to prove everybody wrong.
Well,
listen, give it up. Saquon Barkley.
We're going to see what. I don't know.
He's already done. He's already old. That's the running back's shelf life is 3 years, 4 years. He's had 2 major injuries. Yeah. He's already old as a running back.
Well, you know what? And for the Giants, I would go out and, go after the quarterback. I would take them. That's what it's all about. But they think they can wait. See, they're primed for next year. Right now, the Giants are in a cutting cap space, getting young talent next year. And if Daniel Jones doesn't pan out, don't pick up his option and draft a quarterback next year. And they're trying to pick up draft capital. So I wouldn't even be surprised if at some point they even would deal something or work into getting more picks for next year.
Yeah, I could see that, but they're gonna make
if they don't have their guy. If they don't have their guy, right? They're gonna make the pick at 4. But if they don't have their guy somewhere else, because I can see them more fully rebuilding.
Now,
whereas the Jets are like, I need a receiver now for Darnold. This is great for Zach Wilson now.
Now, do you want Tony from because it looks like the Giants have finished with Tony now. He didn't show up for the. He didn't show up for the.
I don't know that much about him. Like, would you want him?
Yes. But it looks like the Giants has soured on him. He got hurt. Now, he was a first-round pick last year. So, I don't think the Giants, he's perfect for the Jets. Perfect.
Well,
you want him as a Jet.
He's perfect for the price because,
But the Jets are going to have to pay the premium because the Giants aren't giving him somebody.
Right. Like, normally he would take like a 3rd or 4th rounder, I was hearing. But, he's probably going to have to give up a 2nd rounder for the Jets or a 2nd and something else.
But would you pay a 2nd rounder? Last year he was a first-round draft pick. He played well when he was on the field. He got hurt. You need a receiver.
They need a receiver.
You have a bunch of picks.
But you look there. There's again their picks right now. It looks like the Jets at 4, if he's available, are going to take Kayvon Thibodeau from Oregon, edge rusher. The guy, he says he thinks he's the greatest thing in the world. Big cocky guy, awesome. if he's still available, that's great. That's great.
Is he a hockey?
Big cocky guy.
Oh,
cocky. No, he is. He thinks he's like the hot shit. And it's just,
Yes.
He's really, I don't know. I'm all for it. I don't know if he's going to be there. He might go 3 along the way, but.
So do you want to add?
But then they need a receiver. So again, they're picking up the guy from USC. They're talking about London. So.
Yep. Now the Jets. I see the Jets could have.
No,
the Jets get a receiver that's not a draft pick.
But what do you do? Do you go after Deebo Samuel? Do you go throw out at least a first this year, a first next year, probably a second this year?
Does he want to be here though? They got to know that. You got to know that. He can't come here and be sulking and then leave. It's got to be a trade and sign.
Yeah, but no, his options right now are limited to like only a couple of teams, and it literally is the Jets, the Lions. These are teams with cap space and the draft capital to get him. And it's only of the choices of the teams that might be good. You have to realize this is a young guy. This isn't even the equivalent of picking up like Tyreek Hill, who's a little bit older.
No, Tyreek Hill's older,
right.
Older.
So I wasn't for this for Tyreek Hill. I said, like, listen, I wouldn't have done it.
Say that. I think you're crazy.
I would do the same thing, but for Deebo Samuel.
Okay.
Because
the Jets have a better offer.
You're going to be
Hill.
You're getting the sign with him too. If you do it, it's going to come with a long-term contract that you're going to have to give him. He's not coming without.
So what do you want to do? You want to trade away that what is that? The 10 pick? You want to trade away 10?
I don't know what it would take. I could speculate all it is. I think it's going to take
a formula. They use a formula.
I know, but it's going to be a 1 this year, a 1 next year, a 2 this year, and a 2 next year, something like in that range.
That's a lot.
It is huge. But you're talking about a guy who's just on a different level and kind of plays a different position than other guys do.
That's what they said about.
Listen, you could get 4 draft picks, and none of them are going to be Deebo Samuel.
You're right.
I can tell you right now.
The draft is a crapshoot. Now, another local flavor we got Jack Coan.
Oh yeah,
entering the draft.
Yes, entering the draft.
Sayville quarterback, Wisconsin quarterback.
What do you think?
Rose Bowl winner.
Tom Brady?
No, I don't.
Up like free agent.
Free agent.
100% free agent. No, doesn't get a go.
No, I think he could go late in the second day. He could go in the 6th round. Somebody.
New York kid, come to New York.
No.
The Giants just go, let's
go
in this place.
Let's go this draft up.
Let's go.
No.
And under, you can get him under Daniel Jones' tutelage. Just think about what we can do.
No, I don't want him anywhere.
You got a kid who played what? What was that? Division what? High school football?
High school football.
Division 3.
He was an average at best. He won a Rose Bowl at Wisconsin, right? Okay, Wisconsin, quarterbacks don't come out of Wisconsin. Wisconsin is offensive linemen and running backs. That's who comes out of Wisconsin. That's what they do there.
Cheddar.
That's what they do at Wisconsin. He went to Notre Dame.
Yep.
He played. He was not great. He was not
great
at Notre Dame.
The finger was dislocated and he snapped it back into place.
I guess
he went back out and he threw the touchdown.
You want him on the Jets?
No, it was a cool play though.
Yeah, it was a cool play.
It's a cool play.
Now don't get me wrong.
Notre Dame fan, huge Notre Dame fan.
Brett's
from Sayville. I was kind of like
the only bigger Notre Dame fan than Brett is the guy. The studio's named that.
Yeah, that's why I'm a Notre Dame fan. Huge reason I'm a Notre Dame fan.
And Brendan Fulham, our buddy from big fan of the show.
Yep.
He's lobbying. He's lobbying every week to get us to talk Notre Dame.
I know.
He's gonna be all over me for not liking Jack Coan. But no, I think Jack Coan is gonna be I mean, listen, it's not a knock on you saying you're a 6th-round pick.
It comes down to where you end up, and if that spot you get lucky. It's all about the luck stuff. Are you there? You're on the practice squad. Do you learn the stuff and the other guy couldn't learn it? Are you going to be a good guy that can match up and pretend to be the other team's quarterback and actually help your team do? That's how you end up making.
Here's what he needs.
You got to learn. Go in the back. You're not going to win by going on the field and throwing touchdowns.
No, well, he might. Here's what he's got to do. He's going to be a late pick, 6th round, late second day. And he's gonna be a free agent. He'll get a shot. He'll get called into camp. He'll get a shot from a couple teams. Does he make the team? Can he get to be a backup? That's what I would be shooting for with him.
That's what. Yeah, you're just trying to get your shot.
Get
your foot in the door anywhere, and that's the key. I mean,
you get to be a backup, and then your heartbeat away from the starter.
But even if he doesn't, the world needs bartenders too.
He's got a Notre Dame education.
So he's gonna be
just fine.
I'm sorry. So he'll be a mixologist. That's fine.
He'll be, he's gonna be just fine.
Yeah.
But
listen. You're telling me I'm a bartender who just finished another nursing degree this week. So don't start.
Yeah.
Don't be knocking bartenders around here. That's the gateway drug.
I was a bartender.
Is being a bartender to
being an alcoholic,
to becoming a mediocre podcast host.
So, you're not a podcast host anymore, Brad. After these curses,
yeah,
we're gonna have to talk to the general manager of the station. Boop. There's no delay. There's no way. We pretend like on these cameras that there's people behind the cameras.
No, yeah.
It's just like garbage. It's garbage. It's stuff that. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's too funny.
So, Jack Coan, but I think he gets a shot. We'll see. Is he the next Tom Brady? No. Tom Brady was better college quarterback than he was. Tom Brady came in. Tom Brady played backup to Chad Henne at Michigan. But when Tom Brady got his chance, he played well, like real well. Jack Coan.
Yeah, but was he King of Lotus?
No, he wasn't King of Lotus.
Was Jack Coan King of Lotus? We got to get him on the show and find out.
I'm trying.
There's no way they do King of Lotus.
I'm like, my brother was best friends with the quarterback coach, and when his quarterback coach at Sayville.
Still got no pull?
I threw it out there. Nothing. Blew me off.
You gotta.
Blew me off.
You have this reputation.
Blew me off.
You have a little bit of a reputation.
I want to get the Sayville coach, his Sayville coach on. I want to get him on next week. Who was it? Haas?
Yep.
We want a Haas. So if somebody out there has a connection to Haas, who do we know that are like is Joe Esposito, or is he a baseball coach, right?
I'm sure you can.
Joe, but my best man was Ryan McGorty. Where's John McGorty? Get in on this.
Yeah.
So we want somebody to talk about Coan. So we want Coan or somebody next week. We'll talk about where he went, what he did, everything like that. What else do we got? Jay Wright, Brett. Jay Wright retired from Wisconsin this week. That came out of left.
Is that what you just said?
What? Oh, Wisconsin.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. I don't even know where that came out of left field.
No, it's not out of left field. Jack Coan went to Wisconsin. We were just talking about him. So Jay Wright retired from Villanova. He's 60 years old. I think he's going to the NBA. I think he might be the Lakers coach. So he 21.
That's what you think?
He was the Hofstra coach. He came a long way.
Oh, you think he's going to the Lakers?
Yeah, I think he might go to the Lakers. That's my guess. I don't know. He might retire. 21 years at Villanova. 6 Big East championships, 16 appearances in the tournament, 4 Final Fours, and 2 national titles. Brady's an all-time college coach. All-time.
Definitely. I mean, I understand they like to keep working, but like, why don't these people ever just want to retire?
Because some people don't. Some people retire and die. Like, they're workaholics.
No, that's fine.
Like, some people need to work. And he's a young 60, right? I thought he was younger than 60.
Yeah.
So... I mean, I don't know why he left here. I don't think that's a tough job, though. College is a tough job. You're going into all these homes.
Can't the guy just want to retire and go relax? Maybe he's just going to relax.
That's what I would
leave him alone.
I plan on retiring.
Go play for the Lakers.
I'm not going
with LeBron crying in the corner.
I'm not retiring from Rikers. I'm not retiring from Rikers and going to Sing Sing.
Yeah, well,
you never know. It depends on what they offer me.
Yeah, it depends on how other things too. Sing Sing, they might just bring you there.
What do you say?
Listen,
first of all, Rikers is tougher than Sing Sing.
Unpredictable.
Rikers is tougher than Sing Sing.
I don't doubt that.
All right, tougher than Riverhead.
It is. They love Sing Sing.
Riverhead. What do you got? The pods?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Riverhead's that's like Club Med.
So Jay Wright retired. I think he might go to the Lakers. Brett thinks he's going to go to Club Med. That pretty much does it, Brett. That pretty much does it for us tonight. We got 30 seconds left. Give me 15 seconds.
15 seconds. Watch out for Aaron Judge. 2 more home runs tomorrow, maybe?
That's you.
You think that's what you got?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Mets are in the driver's seat playing well. Yankees struggling. Panic time. In the Bronx. We got the NFL draft next week. We'll be with you on Friday. Again, Fridays. We're bringing you into the weekend every weekend now. For Brett Grasso, Bob Walters from the Brian Gunzel studio, see ya.
Good show.
I didn't like it.
It's good. Good.
I didn't like it. I didn't think it was good.